have seen the short for this. Today we've got kunai knives. These are from True Point, I do believe. These little guys. Now these are pretty nice. These little ones, these little guys, these are actually not bad. These are nice knives. Now, I'm not very good at throwing these, and I need to make a target to throw them at, but from what I understand, in order to throw these, hold them like this in your hand. So they're kind of like that. And from what I found out, kunai knives aren't actually supposed to be thrown. They're more of a, well, digging tool, to say the least. They say, like in historical stuff, that the ninjas threw them and whatnot, but not all as much as we think they did. So basically, what is a kunai knife? Well, it's actually it's a farming tool. It was a farming tool and a masonry tool, basically, is what the kunai knife is. So these aren't sharp. I can do this all day, okay, and it won't cut me. Throwing knives are not actually supposed to be sharp, because you do hold it by the blade when you throw, and really you take a chance of cutting yourself. So yeah, these are not sharp, but they have one heck of a point on them. So these were basically a farming tool and, like I said, a masonry tool. If you really look at it, it looks like a trowel. If you don't know what a trowel is, a trowel will help like with concrete whenever to smooth it out. So, but ninjas would use them to dig holes in like walls, dig holes underneath walls, whatever, because they were stout. They were just a piece of iron steel. That's all they were. So, and they came in different sizes actually. So this is just a 6-inch one, real tiny little guy. Then you have bigger ones, 12-inch overall. Now this one's not very good. I don't like the profile of it. It's not well done. One side is actually ground more than the other side, so yeah, the grind on this is very, very uneven. But it has a nice weight to it, and also too, this is not sharp, so it's not going to cut me. But it has one heck of a point. In fact, if you look at that point, it's kind of hokey. It's kind of a hokey point. You can see like this side is a little bit meatier than that side, and yeah, they didn't grind it right. But these aren't very expensive. So for throwing knives, I mean, if you haven't done it before, I would get inexpensive ones, because you're going to break them, you're going to break the tips off of them and everything else. Like me, I'm not experienced, so yeah, you would probably break these. The ring on the back side here. There's actually a purpose for the ring. The ring, they say ninjas could take something this size. If there's a river, go across the river, stab it in a tree, tie a rope to this end, put one on the other side with a rope. And they can put all their gear on there so they didn't get sopping wet. That's what they say. I mean, Don't really know. But the ring, what farmers would use it for is, and yes, it would have this cord wrap on the handle. That serves a purpose too. You could unravel the cord, and then we'd take this, tie it to a stick, and wrap it around. And they use the ring to help secure it on there. So you have a spear. And with one this big, you definitely have a spear. So the ring serves a purpose too. It's not just there. Along with the cord. The cord had a purpose. So you could tie it to, something used as a weapon, basically, if you had to. Same with the little guys. Little guys have rings too. So the rings on both serve for that reason, that purpose. But just tying it using as a spear for hunting, that's just, one example. So yeah, they would have cord on here that they could take off and use in conjunction with this. Same with these. So they're not bad. Like I said, these little pack, these are all off of Amazon. I forget what this big one's from. So they're not terribly bad. Like this one's not super heavy. It's not super heavy. And then there's the balance point right there for this one. So it's close to the hilt. If I remember, I'll put links at the bottom for them. So I thought I'd give my try at throwing knives as soon as I can build a backstop and have to figure out where to. So, and if they break, I mean these, I think this big one, it's like $10, $11 for this one. So like I said, it's not a really high-end one. They do have, like, I've heard that the Expendables one, the models from the movie, are really good. So I don't know though. And these were like $14, $13 on Amazon. You get 3 of them. Comes with a nice pouch. This pouch is actually fairly nice. Nice nylon pouch. You just have a Velcro strap that holds them all in. You have 3 separate compartments for all the blades, and they just sit offset. It's kind of hard to see in here. I had to film in a different room today. But this one, it's real flimsy. So it's nothing high end. Like I said, it's like $10, $11 for this knife, this throwing knife. So, and they messed up like on the loop. So it's really, you have this little tiny, let's see, I can barely get 2 fingers in there for a loop, for your belt loop. So you better have a narrow belt if you're going to put this on your belt, because it ain't going to work, Unlike, and same with this one, and it's really stiff. They actually have a piece of plastic in there so it doesn't wear out. So they're worth the money, $13, $14, $10, $11. Yeah, if you've never thrown throwing knives before, like me, and you don't want to spend a lot of money right now, because if you don't like it, you spend a lot of money. So even though the more expensive ones, you do get a better quality of throwing. So I don't know, in balance. But there you go. I mean, Amazon's got a whole ton of these things that you can pick and choose from. I'm not going to get into like specifics on them, because like I said, I'm not an expert at it, so that's why I got, really inexpensive ones. But the other thing we have is an update on the channel. So hopefully I'm going to start it this weekend. is going to be a new segment on the channel, and it will be working on the title. So just keep an eye out if you see something that's a different title related to me. That's going to be the new segment that I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be a lead up to our favorite holiday, Halloween. So I'm going to start in September. I'm not sure if it will run into every weekend or every other weekend. I don't know yet. So I still have to put together my research for the first story. So they're going to be 2 strange cases from all over the world, not just Japan. You know, they're going to be taken from all over the world, and a little bit of folklore. So, because behind every folklore and mythology, there's some truth to it that created these stories. So, whether or not I get into those details, I don't know. I probably won't, because it'll be a long video then. So, I'm going to be starting that hopefully this weekend. Probably will come out on Monday. Like I said, I still got to do all my research for the first story. I have the first story picked out. First couple stories actually I already have picked out. They will be from Japan. And then I'm thinking about moving into Scandinavian folklore or real stories. So it'll be a mishmash of the two. And I'll try to let people know if it is a real story in the video or it's just mythology. So I thought it'd be a fun little thing for coming up to Halloween, because I know some people really like Halloween, some don't. Oh well, get over it. So, and if it becomes to be really popular, I'll keep it around. You guys just let me know in the comments, you know, how you liked some of it. So kind of like September is going to be an experiment leading up to October. So see if you guys like it or don't like it. And that's about it. And we will see you guys on the next one, alright?